Now, when he was in Jerusalem at the Passover feast, many believed in his name when they saw the signs that he was doing. They believed in his name when they saw the signs that he was doing. We'll come back to that. Verse 24. But Jesus, on his part, did not entrust himself to them. Now, there's actually a play on the words there in the original. It's like they believed in him, but he did not believe in them. They entrusted themselves to him. He did not entrust himself to them. They committed themselves to him. He did not commit himself to them. Why? He was perfect. They were flawed. He was selfless. They were selfish. He was unchanging. They were fickle. Jesus, on his part, did not entrust himself to them because he knew all people, and he needed no one to bear witness about man, for he himself knew what was in man. I've been chewing on that for a long time, and I'd like to just, if we could, I'd like to call this message, When It's Hard to Trust. When It's Hard to Trust. All right? Now, I've taught before here in our church that disclosure, making myself known to you, if we were to go out for coffee afterward, said, hey, let's work on our friendship a bit. Hey, you want to work on our friendship? Here's what it would take. I'd have to disclose myself to you, and then you'd have to disclose yourself to me. Disclosure is the currency of intimacy. Marriages struggle when people don't make themselves known. One of the things I work really hard in my messages is to have personal disclosure. This is where I'm struggling. This is what's hard for me. This is where I fail and fall. How many people would say, I do that, try to do that? Right? Well, why? Because I want to have an intimate relationship with you. Disclosure is the currency of intimacy. Disclosure ceases when trust is broken. When trust is broken, disclosure shuts down and relationships become distant. So trust is really the bedrock of relationship. When trust is broken, the foundations of a marriage rock. When trust is broken, the foundations of a friendship threaten to fall. So it's an important subject. When it's hard to trust, we learn a lot from Jesus' example here. Here's three things. The first one, why it's hard to trust. Why it's hard to trust. The issue is sin, okay? The issue is sin. Can you get that? Do you understand that people are broken? Look up here for a sec. Do you understand that people are broken? The whole universe is broken. Our planet is broken. We're broken. We don't work right. The biblical term for that is sin, okay? Everyone say, I'm broken. You're broken. I was going to have you say that to your neighbor, but I've caused enough problems. Look at the text. See where it says, but Jesus on his part did not entrust himself to people. It seems kind of cold. Come on, Jesus. I mean, they're entrusting themselves to you. You're not going to reciprocate and entrust. No. Why Jesus? Well, it tells us in the text why. He knew, see it there? He knew all people. The reason he didn't entrust himself to them was because he knew all people. Think of it for a moment. Jesus Christ knows every person listening to me right now, and all of our campuses out there in Elgin, down at Niles, and so on. Listen. He knows everything about you. He knows your motives. He knows your struggles. He knows your secrets. He knows your rationalizations. He knows you, we've said it, but think of it. He knows you better than you know yourself. You can lie to yourself, and you can actually believe your lies, but you can't lie to Jesus. He knows you perfectly. So here comes a crowd of people, and we're in, we believe, we're in. And Jesus did not entrust himself to them because he knew what was in them. Now, this issue of us being broken, our motives and struggles and secrets and rationalizing, in a word, the word is sin. Let me show you the number one probably sin verse in the Bible. Here it is, Jeremiah 17:9. This would be a good verse to underline in your Bible. I'd encourage you, I didn't put it up here so you wouldn't turn to it. I put it up here so we could all see it in the same version, but I would encourage you to underline this verse in your Bible. In fact, let me just turn to it in my own Bible. It says this, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately sick. Who can understand it? Now just put your hand on your heart for a minute. Your heart here in the passage is symbolic for the totality of the immaterial part of you. You understand that we are not, I think it was C.S. Lewis who said that we are not bodies with a soul. Okay, that's not what you are. You are a soul that in this season has a body. Okay, that's what you are. You are a soul. And your soul, your heart, the immaterial part of you is broken. It's twisted. It's, the theological term for this is depravity. It's depravity.